ABF Kronoberg presents Vital Knowledge and Early Interventions for Asylum Seekers Project. The series is financed by the County Board of Kronoberg County and produced by ABF Kronoberg. The 6th episode is called Work. Men and women work. It is important for Swedish society that everyone who can work, works. In many other countries, it is only the men who work and earn money, while the women take care of the home. But this is not the case in Sweden. Both men and women work here, and it is the responsibility of both to support themselves and their families. Job searching. If you are unemployed, you will get help looking for a job, education, or internship from the employment agency, or the Arbetsförmedlingen. The employment agency is the authority that helps the unemployed get a job. They can help with, for example, finding job advertisements, writing CVs and cover letters, or giving advice before a job interview. Unemployment funds, a-kassa. Most Swedes join an unemployment fund when they start work. Unemployment funds work like insurance. You pay a certain amount every month to be able to withdraw money if you ever become unemployed. Work environment. According to the Working Environment Act, all employees have the right to a good working environment. No one should have to injure themselves because of their work. Therefore, it is important that employers ensure that there is enough security. It can be about both physical and psychological safety, such as that all employers wear helmets on construction sites and that no one should be subjected to bullying. In Sweden, we have an authority that controls and helps employers with the work environment. It is called the Work Environment Agency, or Arbetsmiljöverket. Unions. Today, most employees in Sweden are part of a union. By being part of a union, you get extra support and help if there is a problem with your employer. The unions negotiate with the employers about the working conditions. This usually applies to salary, rules, and working hours, among other things. When they have finished negotiating, they have agreed on a collective agreement, or kollektivavtal. The collective agreement applies to all employees of the company and even those who are not members of the union. Taxes. Everyone who earns more than about 20,000 kronor during a year pays tax in Sweden. Compared to other countries, Sweden has a rather high tax rate that is about 30% of the salary, but we get a lot back for it. The tax money goes to, among other things, free schooling, cheap healthcare, and road maintenance, but also parental allowance and welfare. The tax is there to help the citizens. Moonlighting. It is illegal to work without paying tax, but there are still employers who offer jobs that pay directly into your hand. Then that salary is not taxed. That is called moonlighting. You can get into a lot of problems if you moonlight. If you're caught moonlighting, you have to pay back the tax you would have paid along with expensive fines. And in worst case scenario, you could end up in jail. Retirement. In Sweden, it is unusual for people to work your whole life. At around the age of 65, Swedes usually retire, i.e. stop working. To get by then, you save money for a pension or retirement during the course of your life. State pension. The state pension is the responsibility of the Swedish Pensions Agency. It is given to everyone who has worked or lived in Sweden. Your state pension is based on all your taxable income. Therefore, it is important to work in Sweden. Otherwise, you will receive a very low pension. Occupational pension. You can get an occupational pension from your employer. Having an occupational pension means that your employer saves a certain amount each month, which you can then withdraw when you retire. Many people think it is important to have an occupational pension because the state pension is fairly low. Private pension. Even if you have both a public pension and an occupational pension, many people choose to also have their own savings. It is good to have if you know that you will receive a low pension or have a lot of expenses. What affects your pension the most is how much you work. It is good to remember that you get a lower pension if, for example, you work part-time or stay home to take care of children. You have watched the series Vital Knowledge, an early intervention for asylum seekers project financed by the County Administrative Board Kronoberg and produced by ABF Kronoberg.